I was just dancing. I was like, that's a nice intro. I like it.
Yeah,
it's fun.
welcome, Rachel and Dyken.
Hello.
Yeah, that's it. And welcome, Ashton Brooks.
Hey. Yeah.
Yo, I'm so excited. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I just took a piece of chocolate in my mouth.
I was gonna say, come on now.
No,
It's
keep
not
eating.
amateur hour.
Keep eating.
Like it was sitting here.
Is it the peppermint bark again?
It
Oh
is.
my
I love it.
Can't take that away
good.
from you.
It's from Costco. Is it that one? The one in the giant bag?
Oh, or the Ghirardelli. Yeah, it's a big.
I
Yeah.
can't say what a peppermint. Like I can't. Like the pretzel ones too. I can't. They're so good. Anyways.
Yeah, and I see them anywhere. I'm just like, I don't even think about it. It's like an automatic.
It's just so good, and it's just like the perfect amount of like chocolate, but like it's so good. Yeah, I understand. You keep eating that. I support you.
I support you.
Okay. So I have actually had the pleasure of meeting Rachel Van Dyken in person at several different signings, but I'm
so jealous.
Could be.
Next time.
She is genuinely the sweetest person, and she is so great in person. Just like as you see her online, she's so great. So
sweet.
So I got this out from 2016.
2016.
How old are we? Stop. Okay, go ahead.
So I actually met you in 2015 the first time, but then that was the first book convention. I was not prepared. Then after that, I started making like little books. So look,
as you should. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rachel got her own page dedicated.
You're like the only one that puts the historicals. Like you always like include them, and it makes me so happy. So, anyways, continue.
No. I will still say forever. Everyone's all like, "Oh, the Eagle Elite! Oh, the Eagle Elite!" I love it too. I love it too. The Elite, I do. But the historical ones are so sweet. I love the fairy tale retellings. Like I love them so much. And then I don't know if you remember this, but look, I had it in writing that we were going to have a play date.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember this. I do.
So yeah, and then look, I made it bigger because I'm still gonna push that book like until my dying day because I love it so much.
That's one of my favorite
cover. That is a beautiful cover.
Look, yes, hold on.
Like especially for like like historical, like it's a really pretty one.
Thank you. I really like that one.
It's different now, and I can't find that here.
So I don't remember. Yeah, we changed it a couple of times. We had to hold on to make sure my phone is plugged in. It says low battery, and I'm like, no. Oh gosh, hold on really quick.
Look at that.
Hold. Let me make sure that it says it's not connecting. Hold on really quick because I want to make sure that I don't lose you guys because I'm using my phone internet. That'd be bad. Why is it not connecting? So we did change. Hold on, I'm just gonna start like. And there we go. I think we're connected. That's so weird. Why am I not getting? Okay, so we changed. Now I'm like, what's wrong with my computer? So we did change the covers mainly because we kind of like updated them because we're getting into like possible like we optioned them basically. I guess that's what I can say. Like we optioned that series. And so because we optioned that series, we're under contract, we wanted to like update them because back in the day when I wrote them, like I couldn't have, I had to be really careful, like I was writing sweet romance. So I couldn't like cuss. I couldn't have like make out sessions or anything. So I was like, well, I want it, if it does get like optioned beyond like this like studio, like I want to make sure that they include all that. So like we redid that. So then we redid the covers and made them look more like modern and more matching, I guess, like Bridgerton and like all that kind of stuff. So that's really why we did it. But I love the old covers so much. I'm sure they still exist somewhere out there in the universe. And guys, I'm gonna be like really rude. I'm gonna go grab a charger really quick so I don't die on you guys. I'm like seconds away. Wait 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab a charger. I'm gonna plug it in right here, and we're good. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sounds good.
If anyone knows where the old covers are, hook me up. I love the old covers so much. I'm gonna show it one more time so everybody knows.
Okay, I'm back. Hold on.
Which these are the most fun. If anyone has this cover, I will buy it from you.
They're both like amazing.
Yeah, they are. I think. Oh, I have that one. I do actually. I have the one that we're showing here. But
Okay, we're good. Chris is averted. We're good.
actually, book signing you go to, you need to do one of these. I'll even make you one. They're so easy because then you can meet everybody and you don't have to tote your books around.
You don't have to like literally break your back trying at a signing, and then it gets hot in there and you're sweating and everyone's like sweating and grumpy and there's like all the books and they get heavy and then you have to put them in your travel. Like it's not. So like doing that is such a good idea because you could just put it like on your coffee table even and be like done. It's good.
Yeah. That's nice.
Heavy.
Yeah, because I ended up, so I went to my first book signing last weekend at Shameless. I've never been to one before. And I came home with way more books than I thought I was going to. My baggage was 1 pound over what their requirement is. So I was like, well,
your shirt.
I like buying books.
Yes.
So
like the last Cougar Talk we were talking, Rachel, have you ever received a toothbrush as a Christmas gift?
Have I? I'm like, maybe I have. I don't remember. You guys, no.
Oh, it is one of the most common Christmas gifts.
A tooth, like in your stocking? I can see like putting that in a stocking. Like, you know, they put like the orange in the stocking and you do like different things. Because my parents, you guys, I'm lame. My parents still do stockings for me and my sister and like all the grandkids, which I think it like blesses my soul because stocking, I don't care if I get anything for Christmas, but I want my stocking still because it's always like cute little earrings and like mittens and like the orange, like all the fun stuff. So I can see doing that though, because honestly, like you have to replace your toothbrush every few months. Like I didn't know this until like 2 years ago, but like you're not supposed to like like you're supposed to replace it. And Costco has the giant packs of it. So there you go, you guys. For Christmas, go to Costco. It's like $9, giant pack. You're welcome.
Yeah, I just bought some, but I'm wondering how long I've had mine.
I don't know. I'm like sitting here going, how long have you been using this one?
No, I forget because life is busy. You're like, has it been a year? And so yeah, so and my son is obsessed. My eldest is obsessed with toothbrushes for some reason. No idea. I mean, that's a good thing. Honestly, it's good that he likes to brush his teeth. But so we would grab them, and then whenever I had a new toothbrush, he would grab it. He'd like find it, and then I'd be like, "Where's my toothbrush?" And I'd see him like gnawing on it, and I'm just like, I would still use it. I would just put hot water. And be like, this is my life now. But I kept losing them because he kept grabbing, and I find him in his like toy box and stuff. So I started getting like the kid ones, thinking like that'll do it. It's an Avengers one, and it lights up. But he still wanted mine, so I don't know.
No, my daughter used to take soap. Like she loved the bars of soap and smelling them. And she would go to people's houses.
Yeah.
And then when she went to the bathroom, she'd come out and their soap would be gone because she
put it in her pocket.
She had a bag. I opened one of her backpacks and it was just soap, bars and bars. It smelled really good.
I mean, she's a klepto, but only when it comes to soap.
Watch your soaps.
Yeah, like you have to go check the bathroom. So I was checking this since we were talking about gifts. I was like, okay, so what do men really want?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what cracks me up. What's blinder sex? I don't even know what that means.
I kind of. Does that mean like blindfold? Blinders? Let me ask Nate. Nate, what is blinder? I don't know what that is. The C word makes me laugh. Though sweat. Wait, what? They want
I
sweat?
don't get the sweat part.
Wait,
sweat.
Yeah. And then
maybe because it means they're doing a good job.
But this one feels sweet. To feel like your hero. That's sweet. And mandates. I guess that would be
acceptance is good.
But yeah, I was like, what?
The C word.
I think someone needs to look at blinder sex. So I think I'm gonna assume blinder sex is like either the blindfold or like blind. I keep thinking like blinders, like mind. I don't know. We have to find out.
This is what cracked me up.
He's all sad with his beard, like
Jake Gyllenhaal.
It does. He's having a rough time right now, Jake.
I'll say after the Taylor Swift sound, after the Taylor dropped a new CD.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, why did I do that?
I didn't know that was a thing. Where'd it go?
I didn't know either. Basically, mind-blowing sex is basically what it is.
Straight when you're out in the world. Let's face it. Huh.
a deep, authentic connection with someone. That's gonna go in a book one of these days. Blinders.
Yeah.
Well, I would think blinders. I mean, whatever. But communication is the C word. That's so not what I thought that was.
Yeah, no, I was all thinking.
Yeah, I was not thinking that word.
Never mind then.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's about communication. Okay.
Yeah, that's totally what we all thought. Totally communication.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweat. Oh, they want to work out together. We're all like, oh.
I'm glad you could tell where our minds are at.
Yeah, because I was like, my mind went to the dirtier places. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that's cool. Good times, guys.
I like it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I just learned a lot right now. So that's good.
So for my last Gail's Google search, I found something else I hadn't seen of yours, Rachel.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So this is the most gorgeous photo, and I've not seen it. I've seen the other one, but I haven't seen photos. I love it.
That was back when I had like light hair, and I don't even know. Like I'm like, oh, you were so young, Rachel. You were so young in this picture. I was pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant in this picture. Mm-hmm. True story.
I love it. So pretty.
Thank you. I was like, I mean, but to be fair, like I hadn't done in my hair, so that was not me. Like, me doing it myself, and you guys were like, okay, but that was when I had someone actually do it for me. So to be fair, yes. But that was actually my first photo shoot with Lauren Watson Perry, or Periwinkle Photography, that does a lot of covers and stuff now. I was one of the first authors to do covers like with her, and so she, again, that was like, that had been like what, over 8 years ago. And that was ended up being one of my main author photos. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the other posts, and then I was doing Google searching Rachel Van Dyken, and it was so funny. The searches were, you know how Google will go ahead and start putting them up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like Rachel's books, Rachel's husband, Rachel's website, like Rachel's this, Rachel's that. And I was like, I wonder what everybody's been searching on here.
Yeah, like Rachel's husband comes up a lot, and I don't know if it's because of Instagram or because he's always at signings and stuff. But yeah, it is definite. It cracks me up. Like it is a lot. It's or Rachel's husband's age, or like weird, like it's weird stuff like that. Like Nate pops up just as much as I do. But guys, like for real, even at signings, I'm like, where were you? He's like, oh, I was talking to some people in line, and just like
they all know him too. Can we get your signature?
Yeah, everyone knows him. No, he actually, because he had done some shots for Wander Aguilar, who does like, photo shoots and stuff too. And at Book Bonanza, I was like, I needed you. Where were you? And he's like, I had a line. I'm sorry. And I'm like, where? And he's like, in the hall. And I'm just like, okay. And he did. And he had to be like, sorry, because they had the calendars and he was on the calendar. And I was like, all right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fine.
Have you taken Thor with you to a book signing yet?
Yeah. So Thor started traveling with us when he was 3 months because I didn't want to leave him at home. So
Yeah.
he is very well versed in conventions and signings. Now, because he's older, like I don't want him to be bored, because when he was littler, we could just take him back to the room and Nate could take him for a nap and whatnot. And now he's like, he wants to go to the pool and he wants to like do things. So we are taking him to Book Bonanza this following year because it's at that resort is really cool. Like when we went the first time, we were like, we should have brought our kids because it's so cool and it's across from like Legoland and another water park. And so he is coming to Book Bonanza. It'll be his first signing he's been at in like probably 3 years. So yeah, I'm a fan of like making it like a family thing. Like even if it's more stressful for me, like if I need to bring my mom or whatever, I just think it's really good to have your entire family with you to where I'm not like separated from them. Because there's enough times where I'm like flying in and out, and I like having them with me. It makes my stress level come down.
Yeah, and that hotel is like epic.
It's so nice. Yeah.
Well,
I'll take you guys' word for it.
No, it's really cool.
I need to make it there one year.
You will. You'll make it.
Your website is so fun. It is so cute. And then look, here's my favorite part. Is the book by Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I am not good with websites. Lauren Lane, another author, does contemporary, who I adore. Her and her husband actually used to build websites. I don't think they do anymore, but she built mine from the ground up for me. And then used it as like one of their like demos for like other authors. And then they're amazing because they do automatic updates every month. So I don't even have to like, I just send them stuff and they just like upload. They're amazing. Like they're incredible. Her and Anthony are just amazing. So yeah, they did a really good job. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah,
it is really nice.
And oh, so cute. Love it. This website is like amazing. And then we talked a lot about your covers in the last Cougar Talk with Jill.
Oh, good.
Yes, Jill is so talented, and I love her too.
She really is.
We had quite a few Cougar Talks this week.
I know. It was like the Dyken like segment. Like you were the common thread in every Cougar Talk this week. And
everyone is gonna be like, them again.
No, but it was Monica wanted us to tell you that you helped her in becoming able to write faster.
Mm-hmm.
I told her it was her new drug. Yes. she honestly though, she's always had the potential to write fast. That's not it. I did nothing except for the fact that when we were writing together, there was so much pressure to like get it done. And I would finish and she'd be like, crap. And then she'd be like trying to finish. And so I think it just made her what's the word? Like she helped me write more. So we helped each other because I don't write very good details. When I revise, I add details. I just like go straight through and I don't check myself. I just go because I know if I don't, I'll not finish and I'll fix things. And then a lot of times the things you originally come up with are the best things to have. They're the ones that like the readers really want, right? When you start to get like try to perfect yourself, that's where like you fail. And so I was telling her this but also I realized that like my details were like sucking. And so I started to like write not slower, but just add in more things that like made sense. And then she started writing faster. So it's almost like we like swapped superpowers to help each other out. So like I'm really, she wrote her last book, she wrote so fast and I was so proud of her. So yeah, she's been killing it.
Yes, I love that. I love that y'all like.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, hi Brittany. Hi Kimberly. Then I'm sorry, these same Facebook user, we can't tell who it is. I'm sorry. I don't know. But hi.
Facebook user. Hello.
See, they do. Well, this one's talking about the covers. I bet that's Jill.
It might be Jill. Yeah. She would know. She would know the covers.
She knows everything about those.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, Ashton. Next question.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything too crazy tonight, but so a couple of your books have obviously been turned into movies.
Yay! Yeah.
And upcoming shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of wondering, what was your first reaction when someone reached out to you and said, "Hey, we want to turn your book into a movie"? Because I would think they're lying if they came to me and said that.
You do think that? Like, I still think that. Like, I'm not, no joke. Like, even now, you're just kind of like waiting because, like, I think with authors, like that's just like the same dream as like seeing your book in Target, right? To see like your book like on the screen, like feels like the next like level. You're like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. But the hard part with that is like it's so easy to just get an option or a shopping agreement, and then all of a sudden people just like sit on it, they don't do anything with it. And so you do like now I almost feel like I'm jaded and I'm like, yeah, okay, sure you will. And so like you sign your shopping agreement, you do your contracts, and you think like maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. So I've had a couple different experiences lately that they've all been different, which is good. They've all been like, they've all just been very different. So, and working with different networks and stuff. So, with Passionflix, I didn't believe them. And then when I realized like what they were doing, I was like, oh, okay. Like that makes tons of sense. Like, let's do it. And I remember my agent was like, I wouldn't sign that contract. Like she was like really hesitant. My agent at the time, not mine now. Just because it was such a new company and everything. And I was like, no, I'm just going to take a chance. Like, who cares? I make like $5, great. And if it never happens, like at least I tried. I'm all about trying new things. So it ended up working out. And then my last few options, like it's the same thing. Like if it falls through, it falls through. And it's been my one that I thought was going to be a very fast process for Dark Ones has been like a very slow process. But I think it needed to be that in order for me to learn how to write a pilot and how to like do all the things that I needed to learn how to do. And so that one has been actually very beneficial as far as like it forced me like out of my comfort zone to where I'm like, oh crap, like maybe as an author I should be writing my own screenplays, maybe I should be doing this. And so now I'm like, yeah, I think I want control of that. So I think had I not had a slow process where I was like, let's go, and like, you know, had like stuff along the way, I would not have ever done that. So, and then the other one was just very random. Like I had pitched to a producer and they had pitched to another studio and then they loved it and it ended up being like, you know, like a lot faster than the others. But you never know. It's almost like hurry up and wait constantly. Like it's like you're really excited and then you're really patient and then you're really excited and then you're really patient. So and you never know. Like unless like I don't believe it. I literally like I don't believe it's actually going to happen until I see like the first day of filming and then I'm like, okay, well they've invested a lot in this. There's lots of people here, so we're good now. So that's when I'm like, that's when I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. Not even, you know, when they pay you, I'm comfortable when they start filming. And then I'm like, okay, we're good. So I won't be comfortable for the last like few projects until like I know that we're in like pre-production and then I'll be like, yay. So until then I'm kind of holding my breath.
Yeah. And then so, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
The Matchmaker's Playbook was so funny. I loved that Passionflix movie. It was so cute.
And really good.
I'm telling you, my favorite scene though is still the very beginning when he's in the shower and there's that like, and he winks. Favorite. Why? Okay.
I stalk him on Instagram still just because of that movie.
I love it. You did a really good job, like really good. There's a lot of improvising too, which is not a bad thing. It's good. So it was fun.
Yeah. So when they're doing these, then do you get to have a lot of input in how the movie's going to go, or you just have to kind of wait and see kind of what they want from you?
You know, the funny thing about that, and we just done a RAM talk about this, me and BB and oh my gosh, Kate Bromberg. I'm like, Kimberly? No, Kate Bromberg. So we had talked about it, like, yeah, to an extent they ask you, but here's the thing, like the minute something gets like turned over contractually to like say a studio or a streaming service, like for example, Netflix or whatever, like it doesn't matter what you want. Like I wish I could say like, oh yeah, then they let you do all these things and like whatever. Like Passionflix was great because they did let you like have a lot of input, which is awesome because their whole concept is book to film, don't mess it up, right? Because there's an audience here that already has read this and they like it and they want to see that on the screen. For other things, they're adapting for TV, and TV I have learned is so different. Like so different, it's not even funny. Like I had no clue, and I'm working with someone right now, and I'm just like, it's just so different. Like, and as an author used to all these, you know, the way that you write is so different, even from like writing like a script and the way that you're supposed to direct things, and like it's so wildly different that at the same time, like I'm also like, I will stay in my lane. Like if you want the rights, take them. Yes, please pay me. And if you'll let me be a writer on it, awesome. But if not, then I'll just like sit over here in the corner and like be a little cheerleader. Like I don't really care, because at the same time, like I think anytime you have an opportunity to further your career or to get your content out there, like even if they pay you $5, you take it. But that's just my mindset, right? And even if they're like, we're going to cast everyone without you, you're like, great. You just you go. Because I think that's a way, just another way for you to find new readers. And I think that's what you want. Like as an author, like it's not about, you don't want to be famous. You just want to get your readers more readers. You want them to see your content and be excited and keep reading. And so I think that's kind of where my heart is at. Like I don't care. I really don't. And I tell them that every time, which is probably like a horrible business mindset, but I'm like, go ahead, you're fine. I want to be easy to work with, and I don't want to ever say no. And I want to make sure that like if it does do well, they come back because I was easy to work with, or because like I didn't care, because I let them do their jobs. And I am not a filmmaker, so as much as I think I watch enough TV and binge enough shows, like I still don't know what I'm doing. So like it's kind of like almost like egotistical when you try to tell other people how to do their job. Like they didn't tell me how to write a book, I'm not going to tell them how to make a movie. So that's kind of like a long answer to that, but yeah.
No, that's just amazing. It's like the dream. I like I said, I wouldn't be able to believe someone if they said, hey, we're going to turn your book into a show. I'd be like, you're lying. That's not true.
Lies.
That's awesome. Well, you what?
Hang on the phone.
Oh, all right. And then we kind of touched on it a little bit. So co-writing. So Gail and I are doing our first co-write too. Do you have anything that like is ideas or just like advice about co-writing that you have?
It's a hard one. Like, you know, like for me and Monica, like we didn't read each other's work. And then when we came out with books, we didn't read them. Like we just didn't. Like I was like, it's going to mess me up. It's going to mess you up, because I didn't want to try to write like her, and she didn't want to try to write like me. We were like, we'll go in. It's like what we did, which I thought, which was her idea. And I'm like, that's smart. So like I would write like 2 chapters, and then she would hop on and go through those 2 chapters with like her Microsoft review on. And then like, obviously I'm not very detailed. So she would bulk up what I did. And then she would add in a couple of things that she liked, delete some stuff. Then she'd do her chapters and then it would go backwards and I would go into her chapters and do the same thing. Be like, no, add this, because I am really dialogue heavy. So I'd add more dialogue. And like, it really worked well for us because again, you have to have no ego, right? When you're writing with someone else, because it's not like you're better, they're better. It's just it's a different writing style. So you have to kind of mesh it. And we didn't want anyone to know those are Monica's chapters, those are Rachel's. And it was funny because people were like, oh, Rachel wrote that. And she was actually like, no, that was my chapter. So like the best part is that when you do it that way, you each do your own work, write your own chapters, but you still go into each other's so that there's a meshing of like your styles. So at first it seemed like it'd be a lot of work, but it really wasn't. It went a lot faster that way. And we were able to write a lot faster. So that's maybe my advice is going in there and making sure that you guys both get your unique voices rather than trying to match each other. Go in and just mesh them together that way. Yeah.
I like that. That is good. I wonder how we're doing. Like I just like, yeah, like how people try to guess then who wrote what. That's nice that like you're not doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But they were wrong, right?
They're wrong.
Which that's a good thing. That's
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. And then so I'm really excited about your upcoming book, Summer and Soul. Because I love some K-dramas. So my last question is, what is your favorite one so far this year that you've watched?
Stop. You can't ask me that. Okay, so I'm watching The King's Affection on Netflix right now. And okay, so this is the worst. K-dramas, like if anyone doesn't watch them, like you're missing out first off. You don't even realize there's subtitles, just so you know. My mom, who doesn't even like reading my books, like she won't read, true story. She will watch K-dramas until 2 a.m. reading subtitles. I'm like, it is so the same thing. She's like, no, it's not the same thing. And I'm like, anyway, so just know like you are missing out because the writing is always so good. The writing is some of the best writing I've ever seen in my entire life. You think you can guess, but you can't. It's so good. So I'm watching a historical one, The King's Affection. I thought when my friend Candace told me to watch it that it was finished. So I binged it, right, in like 3 days. Because I'm supposed to have like no stress, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm like on my phone. I'm like watching it on Netflix, and it's like you're watching it again. I'm like, stop. So I got to episode 12 and was like so pumped because normally there's like 16 episodes, guys. Usually just one season. That's typical. That's a cultural thing. That's how they do their movies or their TV shows. And they're like an hour and a half long, which makes it a very long episode. So when you binge, you are up to where I am. But the point is, I got to that and then realized that there's still like 6 episodes left, but they're not out yet. And so devastated. I was so mad. So anyways, my other one this year that I did finish is Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, which is also on Netflix. And it's actually name, I know, but it's one of the top 10 US shows right now, like shows in the US on Netflix. Like it still is. Like it's really, really good. It's quirky. It's cute. It's funny. What are you watching right now? Are you watching any of them right now?
I just watched The King's Affection. I'm up to the very last one, so now I have to wait till Monday and Tuesday. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch the one on Monday because I want to watch both of them.
You'll be mad. Test me. Don't do it. You'll be mad.
I don't. I just am like, I can't handle this. I like it when they're all out. Yeah. I hate when they're like brand new on there. But the other one I watched this year that I really loved was what's it called? Doom.
I love Doom at Your Service.
Yes, good. Doom at Your Service. So good. I totally binge watched that. I cried so many times.
That's a great one, guys. If you want to, if that's actually a really great one to start on, if you my mom got halfway in that one or started it halfway through because I'd already been watching it. And that's how she got hooked, was on that show, actually. So, yeah.
Has she watched Hotel Del Luna?
No, I told her to watch that next. She's like, I like it when they're like the rich people picking on the poor people. I'm like, and so she keeps trying to find something. Like, you need to watch Heirs. I'm like, give me her list. And she watched, so she just finished Startup, which she really liked. And I don't know what she's on right now. But
too.
I'm starting that one too, and it's really cute. So I told her to watch Hotel Del Luna next, and then she still hasn't seen Goblin, which I think she needs to watch too. So we'll get her there. Yeah, they're long episodes, so it's hard. It's hard to.
They are, yeah, and you do have to read subtitles, but I love it. It's just like different storylines. It's something you don't always see in the TV shows that are out, that we see a lot. I love it. I'm addicted. Oh, there's my child crying in the back.
It's okay. I was crying like 2 minutes ago, so we're good.
And someone said, wait, your mom doesn't read and both her daughters are authors. How is this?
She can't like, it's hard for her to focus, and she has dyslexia. So I don't know why the TV is different. Don't ask me why. But like if she has her Kindle, she can read. An actual book, it's really hard for her. So she'll read online and stuff, and she can do that. But even then, like, she's always like, I skip over those one scenes, and I'm like, sex scenes, which is funny because my dad's like, I just skip the pages, but he reads everything. So he's just like reading everything, and he's just like, I think it makes her uncomfortable sometimes. She's like, what are my daughters writing? So even though I'm like, I write pretty, I don't feel like I'm, I don't know. I don't think it should be that shocking, but that's okay. So yeah, so she skips, I think she's more comfortable just like, I guess like sitting. And I think too, like it exhausts her, like reading an actual book makes her really tired, her eyes tired. So yeah, so she watching TV for some reason doesn't do that when she's doing the subtitles. And I think it's also a nice escape for her just to sit and like relax and know that like if any of your grandkids are in the room, she can have that on and they're not going to be like, and they're not going to hear like bad words or be scandalized. They're very clean. So I think that also helps.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Jill.
Oh, it is Jill.
Yeah, she put a little heart at the end. It's Jill.
Yep, that's true. Love Jill. Yeah, less words on the screen. It's less overwhelming. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like it doesn't overwhelm her as much, and she has things to watch as she's reading. So yeah, I think that's actually the case.
Love it. All right. So I have some. It's the same ones. They're Thanksgiving this or that is kind of my theme I'm going for this week.
I love this or that.
Well, and Gail, you can only pick one again.
That I will. I can't make
that. Won't.
I'm the worst at making decisions.
All right. So this one I think we had last week, but tree, do you put your tree up or down, or no, up before or after Christmas? Sorry.
So we put it up right after Thanksgiving, and we have like a family real Christmas tree in the kitchen. It's like the family ornaments and so ornaments from like when, baby's first Christmas, and then readers a lot of times will make ornaments and send them. And so I put all the readers' ornaments on that tree so that it's like a reader tree, and I can like take pictures of it. So that I'm like, look at like, I think sometimes they think that I don't actually use them, but I literally have a special box of all the ornaments that they send. So I put those up on, and like book ones I put on there. And then we have like a fancy tree that's like our fake tree that we've had for like forever. And that goes in, it's in the right behind me, like in the main entry. And Nate, I actually brought out a Santa a couple of days ago, and he's like, is this a joke? And like holds it up. Because there's like a rule in our house that like, even though I want to have Christmas music on like during October and have everything up, I have to wait till after Thanksgiving. So yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny? We used to wait until after, I've only done it once where I had my tree up before Thanksgiving. And it's because I was pregnant and my daughter's due date was December 23rd.
Well, there you go.
So I didn't know, so I went ahead and did it. And I really actually liked my tree up before. I did it like mid-November, just to be safe. Well, yes. So this year I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm putting my stuff up before Thanksgiving. Y'all, I got my tree out, but it's still not decorated. Nothing's done. I'm going to be after Thanksgiving anyways, just because I'm such a procrastinator. And I'm like,
at least it's up. At least it's up. That's all that matters.
Yes, it's up. But I'm like, I'm doing it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm doing it. It's still sitting there not decorated.
You showed them though. Good job.
Yeah. One of the stories, I'm all talk.
I love it. All right. Bean casserole or corn? It's on this or that is on Pinterest. I don't know. Like for your side dish. Do you like the bean casserole? Green bean casserole? Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer that. Yeah. Then corn, yeah. Oh yeah. With like the onion things on it. Yeah.
Green bean.
Yeah. Green bean casserole or some corn.
I don't know. I kind of thought it'd be like green bean casserole or sweet potato casserole. Like two casseroles was like corn.
No. Corn. It was corn vegetables, I think.
Like creamed corn? Is that what they mean? Maybe? Like I'm trying to think of like what do people corn for Thanksgiving feels weird to me.
That's like
I don't know. It just said corn.
Like
okay,
well, I could say that. I don't know. Anyways.
Wait till I get to the pie selection on this one.
Wait.
All right. Right now, are you in the mood to read a mafia romance or an office romance?
Mafia.
Okay, so I'm in the mood to read mafia right now because I'm writing mafia, so I can't read mafia. So I have to like read something else. So right now I'm reading alien romance and historicals are kind of where my jam is. It has to be so far away from Mafia. It's not even funny. Especially this one because it's like a love triangle and it's very like different. And it's the last one of the series. So it has to be good and it's really sad. So I'm like, I want to read Mafia. I do, but I can't. So I'm reading other stuff now.
You know, I think that's why I never will write in paranormal because that's my escape.
Yeah.
I love paranormal. But that's my getaway. And so, but I like the alien romances.
They're good. They're addicting. I love them.
And I like historical too, obviously. But the alien ones, those just, you never know what to expect because everybody creates their own worlds, you know? So I don't feel like there's that many that like follow like a formula kind of, you know? It's like, you don't know what kind of man you're going to get.
Tentacles, like we don't know.
Yeah, or what he's going to use on you.
They might just make some stuff up. It's the greatest. It's so distracting.
I love it. Okay, sorry, Ashton.
No, you're fine. Cherry pie or a mulberry pie?
Are you guys gonna hate me if I say I don't like pie? Like my husband loves pie. I don't like if I'm gonna like have sugar like pie like to where I'm just like indulging my life. Like I'm either gonna do cheese, even though I'm allergic now, or I'm gonna do like a giant chocolate cake with extra ice cream, whipped cream, sprinkles, and then chocolate Snicker bars broken on top of it. Like that, I'm gonna like go full full sugar coma rather than because you know what I mean. But I will say this: I do like pie crust. So like when everyone makes pie, usually during the holidays, I'm the person that goes around and like breaks the crust off. They're like, "Who took the crust off my pie?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Little crumbs coming out.
It's like butter, and then I'll do like the crust pies with like butter. My mom used to make those ones with like cinnamon and butter and sugar on it. And you put it in the oven with the extra crust, and I will literally sit there and just like hover and just like I think it's the fruit thing. So really, the healthy part I don't like. I just like the unhealthy part. So
yeah, what about key lime pie? That's good. I mean, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm. What do you do for dessert then on Thanksgiving? Just eat the pie crust then?
So okay, so yes, but also we do this. Write this down, guys. This is the best ever. You get it's not white cake mix. It's like the yellow cake mix, and then you get pumpkin. She's like, you get pumpkin.
I got it. I'm ready.
I forget what it's called. I'll send it to you guys. But you get actual like pumpkin in a can. You know, like the pumpkin, and you spray the pan. You dump it in, and then you literally this is what you do. You put the powdered whatever without doing anything like cake mix on top of it and sprinkle it on top, like all of it. And then you bake it at like 375. And when it's done, it's like an upside down pumpkin cake. So like the top is like yellow cake mix and it's all cooked and it's amazing. And then the bottom is like this doughy, not doughy, but like this pumpkin that's like hot. And I don't know how to explain it. Like I'll find the recipe for you guys, but it literally, I don't even like pumpkin. And I will sit again and hover on that thing and just like go to town. And you put whipped cream on it or you put like ice cream with it later. But like, it's like, it takes like 2 minutes to make like, and then you put the pan in, for like 15 minutes, but it's like the easiest dessert ever, and it's so good. So I eat that. My mom makes that all the time, and I'm like, I will eat that. I will eat that entire pan, no regrets.
Sounds delicious.
It's good.
Love it. Okay, are you a Black Friday shopper or a Cyber Monday shopper?
Guys, like before my grandma died, we would get up at 4 a.m. And this was before like things went crazy the night before, and we would get our coffees, and it would be dark out. And I did this even when I was pregnant. It was dark out, and I was like, I'm going to shopping. I think it's more or less, and it's funny because I don't even really buy a lot because I'm not there. Like, I don't want to like fight people, get trampled, and end up in the ER. But it's just like the entire, like the energy of it. Like, I love that. Yes, so we usually, it's the energy. It's the process of going and being with family. So we're going this because everyone's coming to our house for Thanksgiving. So we're going to go on Friday. We're going to get up early, and sometimes it's great. Like Target sometimes has like games for like $5. Like you can get some things that are really great, like if they're not the doorbusters or whatever. Like Costco usually gives out like a recipe book if you're there like within the first few hours, which is always an amazing recipe book and it's for free. Like things like that are just fun. And then we always take, it sounds lame, we always take a family picture of, and it's always the women, like it's only the girls of us that afternoon after we have like a late lunch doing our shopping. So we frame it and give it to everyone during Christmas. So that's really cool. It's a fun tradition.
Yeah. See, I just love the energy. Like there's something about it. Like and you have your, your coffee and your warm drink, and you're all bundled up, and I don't know. And the Christmas music, and then if there is a fight, it's almost like
You're like,
Jingle
yeah,
All
get
the
in
Way.
there.
You know what I'm talking about? Jingle All the Way, where everybody's just nuts.
They're fighting for the toys.
Fighting over the doll or whatever.
Yeah, like it's an experience. That's the main thing. It's an experience. I'm the same way. I don't care really what I buy. It's more I just like the vibe, and I don't know. And we have to drive out of town because I'm in such a small town, so we have to go out of town, and then stop at IHOP. So that's a plus.
Ooh, that's smart. I like it. Carb up with some pancakes and then go out. Get some energy going.
That's a good idea.
Love it.
All right. Dress up or dress down?
Dress down. I love to dress
For Thanksgiving? For Thanksgiving or just like normal days? For Thanksgiving. Oh, so for Thanksgiving, this is what I do. I try to dress up super cute after I've made everything. And then we take like our little like, oh, here's our Thanksgiving dinner pictures. And then I put on sweats right afterwards. So it's like a fake. It's not really real. It's a fake dress up. Like, because I get really hot. Then I'm uncomfortable. And then after you have like you get like the meat sweats, like Joey on Friends. And then you're like so full. Like, who wants to wear pants? No one wants to wear pants on Thanksgiving.
No, I need elastic.
I'm going to be like Joey, wear my maternity pants.
Yeah. That's why you wear leggings on Thanksgiving. Like, there's literally no other reason other than that. So, but they can look cute still. So yeah, I don't jeans. I can't imagine even wearing jeans during the holidays. Like, it scares me. We don't do that. Not if you want to eat.
It's a whole different breed of people. They're made differently.
I don't understand those people. Like, I judge them sometimes. I'm like, have you had turkey though? Or are you lying? You're lying because you have jeans on.
All right. Cliffhanger, yes or no?
If it's done really well, I do love a good cliffhanger because I'm like, genius.
Ones that are like, like really good ones, I'm like, no. Like, I weirdly, even though it's a movie like Dune, they did a cliffhanger for their first movie. And I was like, I was into it, but I was like, oh, this is getting so good. And all of a sudden it's like credits. And I was like, yeah, it was so bad. But also I was like, I love, like, series did a really great cliffhanger. Each was like, I'll kill you. So when I do authors, like, they get arcs and they have cliffhanger, and after the next book, I will literally be like, so if you're writing it right now, I can beta read for you. I'm totally okay with that. Like, I will help. I will, like, offer whatever just so I could read it, just so I know what's happening. But I've threatened certain authors, but like in a nice way, where I'm like, I still love you, but also give this to me now. So, but personally, like, for me, I love doing it. And I like making people mad. I like pissing them off. So, like, I love doing it, but I also know that there's some people that just hate it. So I do it like in chapters. I do it like, if I do like an epilogue at the end of the book, I'll be like, kind of like, dun, dun, dun. So, like, it's always, will always be happy that is in that book. It's the epilogue of like the next person that I try to cliffhang to at least give them something to make them want to get the next book. But I don't ever like leave them hanging with a couple where I'm like, they might never end up together, like, because that's not nice. So I don't do that.
Yeah,
I love cliffhangers. I love to read them and I love to write them. I am that author.
You sick person. Just kidding. That's awesome.
All right. Football or movies on Thanksgiving?
I like movies.
Can we say both? Movies, right? Like, because like, isn't that when we start watching Christmas movies, guys? Like,
yeah, that's me. I like movies on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I would rather watch the Christmas movies than I don't care about the football game usually.
Football's fine. I mean, football's always going to be on. Like, we always have football on. You know what I mean? Like, in the background, the guys are always like, well, I don't know what this is, but like, I was like, at night we put on Christmas movies, and like now Netflix is like really stepping up their games. So, like, Netflix, Hallmark, like, they all start everything. Yeah, don't you guys feel like, I don't know, I just feel like Christmas movies are more like, you can finally watch them and not feel guilty. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Look, I keep telling everybody, Halloween and Christmas are my main events, and Thanksgiving's like my halftime. That's like my, or it's like the pregame to Christmas. I love Thanksgiving.
Pregame.
It's a pregame.
but it's not. You know, like all I care about, I just want to eat that day. I don't care about Thanksgiving decorations or any. I just want to eat. I just want my day to eat. I'm very thankful. For everything, but come on, Christmas is so jolly. Like you need it to last longer than 25 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Halloween is just
really fast, and so then also
yeah.
I do.
My thoughts.
I don't know if you are. Sorry.
Those are my thoughts. Yeah. Well, that's all I have for this or that today. I have some weird Thanksgiving ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. But I do have some fun TikToks for us.
Ooh.
Showing the TikToks.
I love when you say TikTok.
It's iconic.
All right. So this one is Schitt's Creek because we all love that show. And this is just cracks me up. Maybe you guys have seen it.
Baseball day, yes.
The finale.
Champion.
Same thing. What time did you need me to show up to watch you play the baseball?
As a break, we are missing a right fielder.
Can you play both parts?
Positions, and no, that's the whole problem. We will forfeit the game if we can't come up with a ninth player.
Okay, well, good luck. Sounds a bit last minute.
You know, they really don't even have to do anything. They pretty much just stand there. Hey, you know what, David? Since you were already planning on being there, maybe you?
Absolutely not.
2 hours of your life.
No.
We just need a body.
Then go to the morgue.
I will cover you if any flies come your way.
I have a spray for that. And you know my stance on team sports.
I do. Given today's political climate, we don't need to divide ourselves any more than we already have.
Correct.
Have I mentioned to you that there will be a barbecue after?
I have a couple questions.
How many of the questions are about the barbecue?
Most of them. Like, how soon after the game is the barbecue? And will the players get to eat first? And if so, who's enforcing that rule?
I love you, Dave.
Okay. You say that now, but I don't do well with running.
All right.
Is today the baseball?
I think he did
That's
so
amazing.
well at like both parts. I just
Who
love
is
that.
that? I want to follow him. That's amazing.
That was hilarious. All right.
I love Schitt's Creek. It's so good. I love it.
That's one of those shows I can watch over and over and over and over, and I'll still laugh every time.
It's like Friends. You can literally keep it on. Like, it's just like, yeah.
Okay, this was sent by Kristen. Kristen sent this to me, and I died laughing.
Okay.
Your face.
Fuck. Oh, wait. Kind of? Damn. It just, like, I think I can get them even. I kind of want to go to work like this. Damn, it's nice. They're finally pointing the right way. I wish they would. How do you get these girls even? Because this one don't want to stay up.
I love this woman so much.
Hey, the boy.
Her laugh is gold.
No! I look like a botched boob job. Like, how do you?
Did you read the comments? Look at the comments on the other side.
No! I swear to God, I got some Franken tits going on. Hey, it's totally natural.
I love these comments over here. Dear God, woman, duct tape's cheaper.
Which is true. You just kind of like, yeah.
Really, this tape. Hold on. Play it again. Play it again. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
play it again? Oh.
But
Hold on a
how is
second.
that tape supposed to actually hold anything? You would have to
Because
be like,
you put it, it's like, that's like an old pageant thing, like pageant people before they had like, I guess, technology of the tape. You get duct tape and you like bend over. This sounds so weird. And you put your boobs together and then you go under, you tape from like armpit all the way up like this, and it's supposed to lift and set. And so that tape is supposed to do the same thing, just like easier. And doesn't hurt as bad,
This
obviously.
one like right here. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Really
must be
listen to
tiny
things.
with that little. They were tiny strips.
Yeah, that's a tiny strip. That's I'm shocked, and it actually like lifted quite well. I mean,
I just like how she kept going pew, and then she just started laughing. Or the one comment, did you see that? It was like, I feel like I'm in Moana where it's like, pick an eye.
No, that woman is hilarious.
She was. She
that's so
was.
funny. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, she does all kinds of them where these women do stuff, and then she'll have her boobs like. I feel like
Someone has to try it for us.
All right, my last one is, this lady is so funny on TikTok. Like, the jokes aren't like the greatest, but she's so funny, and her husband cracks me up.
Most of the times on TikTok, it's the presentation and their laughter gets me going more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, when I start laughing, I don't know.
Were you rude?
Yes, I got one.
Our laughter can't.
I'm putting your behind out.
What can a male art teacher say in class and also during sex?
A male art teacher?
Art teacher.
Oh my gosh, but he's guessing.
Take everything off your desk.
That's good. But
Yeah.
give me your hand and then stroke it like this.
You stupid. Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, you would want me to. Wouldn't you?
Oh my gosh.
I think they're so funny. I love those
I
two.
know, but it's like I laugh at the joke, and then when their laughter gets going, then I just start cracking up all over.
And he's always like, get out.
It's like that's not when they break like they break like character and they start laughing. Like it's almost funnier when they break character, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, you know.
I love those two. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like Jimmy Fallon used to always use a little, like you'd seem like, dude.
It's the best. Like it just makes me laugh. Him and JT would always do the skits and they'd be like during them. It's just it's funny.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Jimmy Fallon and JT's friendship is everything to me. I love it so much.
I couldn't be on that show
So
and
good.
not laugh. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. No.
I don't know how they do it. I'm like, you're so talented. Because I'm like dying like 2 seconds in. Yeah, no.
I can't even take it straight. Like if a photographer even says, "All right, make a straight face," I'm just like,
Don't
Yeah.
smile.
I can't do
And
it.
he's like super creepy. And you're like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm like. All right, do we have any questions? Anybody want to ask a question? Our Cougar Talk's almost done. We have any questions?
No, I can't see. I can see part of him. All I see is Jill. Facebook user. I'm just gonna start calling her that. That's gonna be her name, Facebook user.
All right. Well, Rachel, thank you so much. You are
Wow. Thank you.
yes. You are
You
just
guys
so
are so
wonderful.
sweet.
We're so excited to have you. No more
more
scary
scary
Jill.
It's her nickname, actually, Scary Jill, on my phone and online, but that's fine. Scares me sometimes. That's good. I need people to scare me.
I don't think you could ever be
no, you
scary.
guys are
She's so
awesome.
sweet.
No, I had her actually have to talk to someone for me because I didn't want to be the mean one to someone I was working with. Like it was not in the reader community, it was like in Hollywood like person, and I was like, "Can you just do this for me? Because like I can't be mean, and also I'm so stressed out thinking about it." And she was like, "Oh, got it." And I was like, "Cool." So yeah, she's great. She's great. She's Jersey, she's Monica, so that's where we get that. So no, it was really fun, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Putting up with me for hours.
No, you are the best. Thank
Yes.
you. And everybody, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. It was so much fun.
It's so fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.